Well, Ruth, you have a challenge on your hands, don't you? You're here with all these fast fellas right behind you.
Absolutely. The car's a little underpowered this round, running the 1200 engine with this body shape. And starting at the front of the grid, we've got a corner to go around and a bit of a hill to start with. So certainly going to be very challenging and looking forward to it.
These races are known for their carnage. How are you going to hold out? Normally you're watching it unfold ahead of you, but you could be right amongst it today.
Well, I've been doing this for 8 years now, so I'm used to seeing the boys drop their toys.
Well, good luck and hang in there.
Thank you.
Nice work, Kylie. And Ruth will be busy in this race because there's going to be a lot of drivers lining up behind her in the reverse grid race. So out they go on their formation lap. When they line up, it'll be for real. And a chance for us to check out the grid. It is Ruth Bowler, the only lady racing in the field alongside Alan Smith on that front row. Rinken, who had that spin earlier in the Nissan, he'll be out of row number 2. The pair of Western Sydney Motorsport Thompson cars out of row number 3. And the further back we go down the grid, the faster the cars get.
Absolutely, you know, and there's some of these guys here that are actually starting, like Ben Walsh there, starting 15th. He's actually quite pacey. Hasn't had a great run to date from the races this weekend and in qualifying. He's made a few mistakes, but is very fast. He is the team car to Adrian Flack, who is one of the front runners up there. So no doubt there's been a little bit of change in the data overnight, and hopefully we can see some pace out of Benny today.
James Duckworth, there he is, as the camera swings around and takes his attention away momentarily. He had a bit of a rough day with brakes. I think he's ready for this one.
I think he was looking at himself on the big screen there. Knew he was on the camera. Good day, James.
It's like the ultimate selfie if you can race a car at the same time for an 18-year-old. Miles Bond is pulling up alongside him on row 4. So a couple of the quick cars, but there are the 2 Western Sydney Motorsport cars on row 3. And the 2 fast guys at the very back with a lot of cars to pass. Lots of action for you this morning as we build up towards qualifying for the V8 Supercars Race 6. That'll be a 20-minute session to set the field for today's 200-kilometre race. We also have Touring Car Masters and the local sports GT cars on the bill here this weekend as part of the support action. The final day of the Tyre Power Tasmania Super Sprint, and the first of the races on Sunday, the Money Day. The reverse grid race for the little Aussie racing cars is go for 4 or 5 cars.
Everyone stopped. I don't know whether there's been
on earth happened there?
A failure with the lights or something there, but the rest of the guys have just sat there, so they're going to probably red flag this reform.
Well, that was odd. It's almost as if they've maybe gone for the 5-second board and a whole bunch of cars have jumped then. Meanwhile, we've kind of got 2 races going on now.
Wow. That's something I haven't seen.
So down towards, unless this is like a handicap situation, which is possible. Here come the rest of the field.
Could be. You never know. I mean, it's something that took us by surprise, that's for sure. We can see here 2, 3, 1. Oh, a little bit of a tap there. Quinn just getting into the back of car 96. That's Jeff Walters.
Here comes the slipstreaming that we were talking about earlier in the rest of the field. So
there we go, Flack on the inside.
Yeah, so this is
Tony Quinn there, just on your left of screen there in the car 100. In the new Mustang shape. Fantastic looking little car.
So these guys at the back have a lot of work to do. So there's,
yep.
It appears to be like a handicap where we've got the field out front and then you've got your own battle at the back.
So there's Ben Walsh on the inside and the Miss Moneypenny's sponsored car. A little bit loose, Chamberlain down the outside. Oh, it's getting tight down here. You can just see how quickly these guys are catching some of the other cars in front. Flack on right of screen. On the outside for turn 1. Sorry, that's Ben Walsh and Flack, his teammate, right behind him.
So, with the handicap rules, unfortunately one person jumped early, and that was John Reynolds. So Reynolds in the 55, who's currently sitting in position number 2, unfortunately will be getting a drive-through penalty. And this battle further in the pack is absolutely going off.
There's Flack up the inside. Oh, there's a big dive up under brakes there.
That was Miskovic.
From Miskovic, yeah. I was chatting to David Reynolds this morning, saying how his old man was having a good go in these things, especially in the wet on Friday. I said he was in the top 8, and David said, what was there, only 8 on the track? Not shy and giving his old man a bit of stick.
Down towards turn 6, and this is a very angry battle pack indeed. Oh, highlighted by the two teammates. Then Chamberlain is done.
Oh, there's a bit of a
very
tap
good
there.
job to pass a few
Gang
cars.
getting tapped by Gowans.
Gowans up the back of Sean Rose.
I think Sean Rose has looked like he's coming into the pits there, maybe taking him by surprise. Yeah,
Maybe he's got an issue because he's missed that pit entry if he has. There is the man who was leading the series coming into this event, car 64, Craig Woods, part of that 3-car operation at Western Sydney Motorsport. It's kind of like a triathlon where you can see the competitors falling back the other way.
Oh, here we go. There's two Mustangs there with Ubergang in the middle. Sorry, on the inside, 3 wide. Gets the 2 very easy under brakes down into the hairpin at turn 4.
With the handicap, I'm just wondering if the way that they're fighting at the moment, if they're even going to catch the front runners. Because they're brawling right now.
They are brawling right now, and you can just see how much they've got. They've got a good 300 to 400 metres lead on this chasing Wolfpack. At the moment, Chamberlain here on screen has got the fastest lap of the race at a 103.7. The guys in front are around 105.3, so it was a couple of seconds a lap faster than the guys that got that big jump at the start. On board now with Chamberlain through turn 2.
So a chance to check out this 2.4K layout from the little Aussie racing cars. Let's see how late we can break with that tailwind. First things first, reach top gear.
200 mark there, 150. There's the 100. So he's about 110 from the corner. Oh, a little bit of rear locking up there. You can just hear it chirping on the rears. First gear, second. Trying to stay as close as he can to Flack in front, right in his slipstream. He's pulling out a little bit here.
Oh, gets the limiter there for a second. The engine braking in motorcycle engines is really strong too.
Just look at the slipstream here. He's actually pulled in probably 20 metres on him or more, so massive slipstream effect. If he could get a little bit closer to him, or they might need to work together just to be able to catch this front group.
Back onto the front straight. There it is, a lap of the always busy and exciting Symmons Plains International Raceway. Gowans has picked up a few spots here in the Valvoline Superpower car. He's also set the fastest lap of the race here, although Ubigang's just taken it away from him on that lap, a 102.4.
Yeah, and Reynolds has come through and taken his drive-through penalty from that jump start a bit earlier.
So that leaves Rinkin out front from Lynch and Alan Smith, with Kent Quinn now into 5th, and Duckworth going backwards. So I wonder if he's still being hampered by those brake issues, because he is a pretty talented driver with a race win to his name last year in the championship and a pole position, but not finding speed today.
Here's Tony Quinn in that Mustang on the outside here.
And Pingle, who looks like maybe inheriting the championship lead here this week, and also a part of that battle. He was in the lead battle packs in both yesterday's races. Just stayed out of trouble though, didn't really go making any moves. I think he's playing the points game this weekend. Chamberlain hasn't had that luxury after the nasty crash that he had in New Zealand. Just trying to get back into this championship fight will be a huge drama for him.
Here's Gowans coming up behind Walsh now. Walsh was actually behind Flack coming onto the back straight then and actually lost 2 spots. He has been complaining all weekend of a lack of straight line speed in his car here. And you can see now.
Oh, that was hard enough to rip away some of that front bodywork.
Now, I don't know whether that's actually the under tray from Gowans or the part of the rear bar of Walsh's car there.
He hit him hard enough. I mean, there's bump drafting and there's a good old-fashioned whack down the back.
He's actually got a bit of splitter damage now, so that's actually going to certainly hurt his progress and hurt the balance of that car. As you can see, Chamberlain down the outside off, Flack gets taken by surprise, gives him room. Ubergang now there, right on the back of Chamberlain. Gowans and Walsh just a few kart lengths back. The big over and under there, coming out of the second last corner.
So we've not seen Ubergang or Gowans move that far up. They've managed to get up to 16th, so they've picked off a few, and they've managed to leave this battling pack behind, which includes the series leader that might be losing that points lead this weekend in Craig Woods. And here we go. This is up the front of the field right now as Lynch overtakes Rinkin for the lead.
It's very busy up there. You can see that pack just going through. Oh, there's a bit of smoke there.
Stevenson, I think that was.
Yep.
So we've got, oh dear, yeah, left front damage. And the man who was quickest in practice 1 in the rain.
Oh, that's running very hard there. He's had to back off.
So contact must have been made somewhere on the track, and this is now the battle for the lead. And that is Kent Quinn, who moves into 2nd position. So overtakes Lynch, who lost the lead. The big slipstream effect down the front, and it's between Rinkin and Quinn at the moment. Side by side, and there goes the VIP Pet Foods car into the lead, and still smoke pouring out of Stevenson's car, so he hasn't come back into the pits yet.
He's going to try and just see if he can. There's only 2 laps to go at this point. They're the sort of ones where you're just praying that the tyre hangs in there. It is rubbing on fiberglass bodywork, so sometimes it can wear away that fiberglass and then become okay in the end. But at the moment, there's no clearance there, and it's rubbing hard on the top. Oh, there's 3 wide there going into that hairpin.
And it's a good effort from, I think it was Craig Thompson to avoid that. Now let's check out, again, the big bump draft between Gowan's bunk up the back. And it was off the, so it was off Ben's car.
Just that rear undertrain. That will actually hurt the rear downforce of Ben's car, but sometimes that can actually make the straight line speed better, giving it less drag. So it might actually help him in the end.
We'll see when he rockets to P1 and then comes in underweight.
Exactly.
Thankfully, it's not going to cost him too much weight. Oh, that was Ben Miles getting caught up in the ripple strips. And so Kent Quinn to the point now.
Oh, he's had a lock up, and he's got
damage
some
as well.
Damage on the rear. That rear, I guess, under spoiler.
It's kind of like a fake diffuser almost.
Exactly, yeah, that runs from the rear bar forward. Ooh. And we've had a spin here.
Yeah, Miskovic in the Miska Motorsports 21. Here come the fast guys, though. They're approaching, but they've only got less than 2 laps to get the job done. As Stevenson, despite the dramas, moves into 3rd.
Good work.
Nice pass. So it's Quinn from Cochrane out the front, but the big names are coming. Chamberlain including, who is at the front of the guys who started at the rear with that handicap, but he's bringing Newbegang and Gowans with him. How far can they get? Remember, these 2 cars are limited on power after being restricted for finishing in the top 2 yesterday.
Here they are, Flack leading this group down, chasing Pack down into the...
Oh, these are the leaders. That's Cochrane trying to work that bodywork loose for Quinn.
And they're coming, and they know they're coming, so let's see what happens here. I'm pretty sure if Quinn and Cochrane actually don't hold each other up too much in this last lap, they'll actually get through without the chasing Pack catching them, but you never know. If they fight hard down to the last corner, it just could give that edge to the guys coming behind. They've still got, you know, a decent gap. They've still got about a 2-second gap to 3rd spot, so I think they've pretty much got this in the bag, unless they try a little bit too hard together and maybe have a bit of misfortune on the last corner.
Okay, last run back through the sweep, and we saw a change for the lead in race 1. Are we about to see another one? It's Ryan Cochrane in the AHG car, and here comes Kent Quinn. He's going to have to go the long way like Newbegang did in race 1. Because Cochrane's made his mind up and he wants the inside line for turn 6. Can the VIP car hold on around the outside? This is a replay.
They're both hard on the brakes. Yeah. Quinn's going to try to get the switchback, but he's a bit too far back to do it. He's going to go on the outside now.
It's not going to work there either. Run to the checkered flag. He's got a pretty good exit though at 7. Oh no,
doesn't quite do it.
By 21 thousandths of a second. That one's even closer than race 1. Great race. Ryan Cochrane takes the win, and that's a good effort starting out of P12. This is a great finish. We've seen a couple of ripper last laps. He got a good exit at 7.
Oh, he's only just missed it by a front wheel.
By a wheel. Ryan Cochrane takes the win and becomes our 7th different race winner already in the season. From Kent Quinn by just 21 thousandths of a second. Chris Stevenson, Chamberlain got to 4th. Gowans to 5th. That's a huge drive from last on the grid. Very, very impressive. And everyone's clapping their hands at the end of what was a very good race 3 for the Aussie racing cars.